Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers' DAngelo Russell shares honest insight on Kobe Bryant's farewell season. Kobe Bryant is a legend whose impact on the game of basketball will last centuries after his untimely tragic passing in January 2020. Bryant embodied what it means to make the most of the talent one has, working harder than everybody else as he became one of the greatest to ever grace the hardwood, winning 5 championships with the Los Angeles Lakers in the process. Alas, Bryant's playing career did not end as smoothly as he would have hoped. He tore his Achilles tendon in 2013 in an ill-fated attempt to will the poorly constructed Lakers to the playoffs, and he was never the same player again. But on the fateful night of April 13, 2016, Bryant managed to channel his younger self, ending his Hall of Fame career on a high by dropping 60 points, 23 of which came in a fourth-quarter avalanche filled with heroics that we've grown accustomed to witnessing from the Black Mamba. For DAngelo Russell, who got to witness that one last barrage from Kobe Bryant, all he had to do was give him the ball and get out of the way. When you got the ball and they booing you, you know what that means. Get that ball to that man. He was just trying to score. He was shooting tough twos, like one-footed side of the three-point line twos. Pull-ups. You just see his face, he looked young, bro. Just looked like he had it, Russell said in an appearance on the Run Your Race podcast, presented by Tidal League. DAngelo Russell looks back on Kobe Bryant's farewell season, including his 60-point masterpiece in his final NBA game. What was crazy, his year turned into a farewell tour out of nowhere. We, the Lakers, were trash. When you got the ball and they booing you, you know what, the Lakers didn't exactly have the most successful 2010s. After winning the championship in 2010 by avenging their prior NBA Finals defeat to the Boston Celtics, the Lakers went on a steep downturn. They hit their lowest point during the 2015-16 season, when they managed to win just 17 of their 82 regular season games, their worst win-loss tally in franchise history. Kobe Bryant, however, managed to make everyone forget about how bad the Lakers were, even for just one night. He knew his career was coming to an end, and he wanted to give fans one last treat before he called it quits for good. You can see it mentally, he was prepared. Everybody in the world was at the game, Russell added. More than 8 years have passed since Kobe Bryant's farewell game, and yet its memory still remains fresh in the minds of many, including DAngelo Russell's. And why wouldn't it? Scoring 60 points in your final game after struggling in your final 3 seasons is the stuff only legends can pull off. Victor Wembanyama's insane rookie season draws powerful DAngelo Russell take. Los Angeles Lakers point guard DAngelo Russell has nothing but praise for San Antonio Spurs superstar Victor Wembanyama for his sensational rookie season. During his guest appearance on the Run Your Race podcast, Russell even went so far as to say Wembanyama should have won every major NBA award. The 7'4" French phenom is currently leading the French national basketball team in the 2024 Paris Olympics. During the podcast, DAngelo Russell had nothing but compliments for the Spurs superstar. Wemby should have been Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved Player, All-NBA, MVP, like, for real, he said. Russell further added, he's going to do some S***T. The podcast also discussed Victor Wembanyama winning the 2024 DPOY over the eventual winner Rudy Gobert. In this instance, Russell agreed that the rookie should have won the honors over his fellow Frenchman. 1-on-5 fast break, and you shoot jumpers, Russell said, praising the rookie's incredible ability to intimidate offensive players by his presence alone. However, Russell relished the challenge of potentially scoring over Wembanyama. I can't wait to float Wemby, he said. DAngelo Russell has played the last 2 seasons with the Lakers after a 2023 blockbuster trade deadline deal sent him to LA from the Minnesota Timberwolves. In the trade, the Lakers sent Russell Westbrook to the Utah Jazz in return for Russell, Jared Vanderbilt, and Malik Beasley in a three-team deal. The trade helped propel the Lakers from a dismal record of 2-10 all the way to the Western Conference Finals in the 2023 season, where they ultimately got swept 4-0 by the eventual champions, the Denver Nuggets. Russell was also an integral part of the Lakers' offense that made the playoffs for the second straight year, although they lost again to the Nuggets in 5 games. Questions about his defense have pushed Russell into trade talks all season long. Since opting into the final year of his $18.7 million contract, Russell has become a valuable trade asset the Lakers could use to fill the gaps in their team. Meanwhile, Victor Wembanyama looks well on his way to realizing his full potential as one of the modern generation's best players. The Spurs drafted the French big man first overall in the 2023 NBA draft, becoming the first Frenchman to be selected first. The only other European selected first overall was Andrea Bargnani to the Toronto Raptors in 2006. For the Spurs, Wembanyama continues in the team's tradition of drafting all-star caliber big men with the first pick, starting with David Robinson and Tim Duncan. He also became the 6th rookie to win the Rookie of the Year award by a unanimous vote. During the 2024 season, the power forward averaged 21.4 points, 10.6 rebounds, and 3.9 assists in 71 games for the Spurs. Why Lakers' Jerami Grant trade pursuit has Blazers obstacles. The conclusion of NBA Summer League in Las Vegas saw league personnel heading to Harry Reid International Airport in order to catch flights for their annual scheduled vacation. The dog days of summer and a slight dead period across the NBA ensue around this time every year. With many teams done pursuing talent in free agency, as well as the small number of roster spots that remain league-wide, the attention of off-season moves shifts to the trade market and the potential of big-name players becoming available. Utah Jazz forward Lauri Markkanen was the hot name everyone was talking about at Summer League, yet the Portland Trail Blazers continue to be in a head-scratching situation with Jerami Grant and a roster that seems primed to make a trade. Damian Lillard was the talk of Summer League last year. Everyone knew that he was going to be moved, and the superstar point guard ultimately ended up next to Giannis Antetokounmpo on the Milwaukee Bucks. That opened the door for Anthony Simons to become the featured player alongside Grant on a Blazers team that did not have many expectations entering the 2023-24 season. These expectations were met with the expected reality of Portland finishing at the bottom of the Western Conference standings. Although the Blazers pulled off 2 unexpected moves this offseason by trading for Denny Avdija and drafting UConn big man Donovan Clingan, this is an organization that still has a lot of work to do in order to be a threat. It is somewhat surprising that the Blazers have struggled as much as they have, because they do have a really solid blend of youth and experience. These struggles directly lead to trade conversations, which is why Grant has heard his name mentioned as one of the better players on the market this offseason. More specifically, he is being linked to the Los Angeles Lakers, like many high-profile players during the summer. Every offseason, the Lakers appear to be on the hunt for star-level players to pair with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. However, another star player isn't what this team needs at this juncture. Instead, key secondary talents like Grant, who can do a little bit of everything on the floor, immediately present upside as it pertains to the Lakers' chances of competing for another title. Grant is also a very smart player who understands his role on the court next to other stars, which is why he would be the perfect veteran addition for J.J. Redick in his first season as the coach in Los Angeles. It is no secret that Grant is one of the players the Lakers have had their eyes on this offseason. The main problem Los Angeles may run into if they were to seriously pursue a trade for Grant revolves around their financial situation. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Jerami Grant? Leave your opinion in the comments.